Devices still being developed today are based on this concept, where computers respond to natural language input and are capable of learning and self-organization.
Correct response. Artificial intelligence is the most accurate answer. The software that supports a computer's basic functions, such as scheduling tasks, executing applications, and controlling peripherals, is called Dash. Strong choice. Operating system is the right answer.
Troubleshooting is not honed over time. Every time an issue is resolved. This should follow guidelines on textbooks and manuals strictly. Through troubleshooting experience, one should know the steps needed to resolve an issue quickly.
Correct. False is the right answer.
Before backup, make sure to verify the following with the customer first. Date of the last backup, content of backup data, integrity of the backup, availability of backup media for data restoration.
Well picked. True is the correct answer. A computer is an electronic device which takes in data, dash it, and then outputs the result. Excellent choice. Processes is the right answer.
All computer systems have input, processes, output, and dash.
Solid response. Storage is a valid choice.
What are the programs that run on a computer system called?
Sharp thinking. Software is the right choice.
Microwaves, washing machine, medical equipment, cameras, toys, and airplanes are some of the appliances machines which uses the list above.
Nice work. You chose embedded computers, and it is correct. A properly maintained computer gives higher speeds, may it be via RAM or on the internet, regardless of hardware setup and configurations. You got it. Your choice true is right.
Software that enables a user to convert information about another's computer activities by transmitting data from their hard drive.
Nice selection. Spyware is the correct and valid answer. The image represents which of the generations? Well done. Transistors is the right choice.
Which of the following is a storage device?
Good thinking. USB flash drive is the right answer.
This device above is categorized as
Clear logic. Your choice output device is sound and 100% true.
You can input text using this device. Right choice. Keyboard is the best answer. Name this type of computer system.
Excellent. Microcomputers is a brilliant choice.
The following are the techniques and strategies that you may perform when you are trying to solve hardware issues except for
Perfect. Run cleaner is the correct choice. This picture is an example of Bravo. Vacuums is the answer.
What software is made available to everyone and can be changed, modify, and distribute to public without any notification?
Valid point. Open source software is true. What software is freely available to public, but author has a copyright? Means that you can only use it, not sell it. Well reasoned. Freeware is the correct choice. What type of computer are not as powerful as the supercomputer and is designed to run multiple programs concurrently? Right again. Mainframe computer is a valid answer. What does CPU stand for? Good job. Your answer central processing unit works well here. a local or restricted communications network, especially a private network created using World Wide Web software. You're right. Intranet is the correct answer.
This type of computer system is tiny and is mainly used to schedule appointments and send and receive emails.
Nicely done. Pidai is a solid answer. A place on the internet where you can find information about something, especially a particular organization. Smart pick. Website is the correct choice. A dash is two or more computers linked together to share files, software, and resources such as printers. On track. Network or server is the correct answer. It acts as a barrier between a trusted system or network and outside connections, such as the internet. Great job. Firewall is the accurate answer.
Self-replicating virus that does not alter files but resides in active memory and duplicates itself.
Great thinking. Worm is the right choice.
The CPU carries out instructions, one after another, billions of times a second, is known as dash.
Smart move. The fetch, decode, execute cycle is an accurate answer. These are hardware used to enter data to be processed by the computer in the processing unit.
Exactly. Input devices make sense and it is right choice. What are the fastest and most powerful computer in terms of performance and data processing? You chose supercomputer, and it is correct. These are small programs or scripts that can negatively affect the health of your computer. Right again, virus is a valid answer.
Identify the type of malware that spies on what you're doing and passes it across the internet.
You chose spyware, and it is correct. The two methods to eliminate a virus is through removing the virus and quarantine. Smart pick. True is the correct choice. Which of the following is the best way to ensure data privacy on a computer network? Well reasoned. Encrypting data transmissions is the correct choice.
This type of software is a licensed software under exclusive legal right of owner.
Excellent. Proprietary is a brilliant choice. What type of computer is the cheapest among the different classes of computers? Clear logic. Your choice microcomputer is sound and 100% true.
The logic gate that produce high output only when both inputs are high is a dash.
Valid point. And is true.
This type of software is sold in a bundle due to similar function of programs.
Sharp thinking. Package software is the right choice.
Dash provide the interface between a running program and the operating system.
You're right. System call is the correct answer.
A piece of computer equipment with a screen that shows information or pictures.
Correct response. Monitor is the most accurate answer.
This software is specially made for an organization as per their requirement.
Correct. Custom software is the right answer. Someone you work with. This term is used especially by professional people. Excellent choice. Colleague is the right answer. A copy of something that has been changed so that it is slightly different. Well picked. Version is the correct answer. Regular cleaning of components makes the computer at risk to overheating. Nice work. You chose false, and it is correct. To make a document that is exactly the same as an earlier or original one. Bravo, copy is the answer. Which type of computer is built to support an organization's information? Nicely done. Mainframe is a solid answer. Dash controls sequential instruction execution, interprets instructions. Great job. Control unit is the accurate answer. Which of the following is not a common cause of computer system crashes? Well done. Using a surge protector is the right choice. These are efforts by bad actors to profit from their malicious attacks. Solid response. Cybercrime is a valid choice. Which of the following is not a typical component of a computer system? Great thinking. Generator is the right choice. Which of the following is not a common type of computer? Network cable. You got it. Your choice power cable is right. Dash are part of the CPU chip, and they are limited in size and number. Good job. Your answer registers works well here. Which of the following is not a benefit of regular software updates? Exactly. Increased speed makes sense, and it is right choice. A piece of equipment in a computer that is used to store information. Strong choice. Hard disk drive is the right answer. The father of computers designed a calculating machine known as the right choice. Analytica engine is the best answer. These are computer hardware that shows or provides process data. Good thinking. Output devices is the right answer. Identify the two types of microcomputers from the list below. Smart move. Desktop and laptop is an accurate answer. Computers are classified into different generations based on track. Technology is the correct answer. Protection and security is the function of operating system. Nice selection. True is the correct and valid answer. In the year 1970-1999, this generation of computer was made. Perfect. Fourth is the correct choice. What runs tasks like the operating systems, utilities, etc.? Perfect. System software is the correct choice. What is an electronic machine that processes information? Smart pick. Computer is the correct choice. Identify the software that is not an application software. You chose Ubuntu, and it is correct. What is the first step in maintaining a computer system? Great job. Backing up data is the accurate answer. A board where all the circuits of a computer are placed. Smart move. Motherboard is an accurate answer. Fifth generation of computers is the fastest generation. Excellent. True is a brilliant choice. Transistors are used in which generations of computers? Right choice. Second generation is the best answer. What type of computer storage is the hard disk drive? Well done. Magnetic storage is the right choice. What type of computer system can be found in the lab? Correct response. Micro is the most accurate answer.
What was the third generation of computers built with?
Great thinking. Integrated circuits is the right choice.
Supplies power to the other components in a computer. Sharp thinking. Power supply unit is the right choice.
Read-only memory is permanent memory and is called.
Good job. Your answer ROM works well here. To make a copy of information stored on a computer.
You're right. Backup is the correct answer.
The box of the computer that contains the hardware. Exactly. Case makes sense and it is right choice.
What type of computer is also known as mid-range?
You got it? Your choice mini computer is right.
The part of a computer where information is stored. Well picked. Memory is the correct answer.
What type of storage that stores data temporarily? Valid point. Primary storage is true. What is technology that used in first generation?
Good thinking. Vacuum tubes is the right answer.
Program that a computer uses to do different jobs. Correct. Software is the right answer. Which logic gate is known as the universal gate? Right again. NAND is a valid answer. Which of the following is an octal base number? Strong choice. 7354 is the right answer. A computer built to support more than one user. Clear logic. Your choice mini is sound and 100% true. Brute force attacks are used to gain entry to. Well reasoned. Password-based systems is the correct choice. Designed to detect and destroy computer virus.
Bravo. Antivirus software is the answer. What is the disadvantage of layered approach? Solid response. Less efficient is a valid choice. The fastest and most powerful computer system?
Nice work. You chose super, and it is correct.
How many generations of computers are there?
Nicely done. 5 is a solid answer.
What is an example of application software?
On track. Word processor is the correct answer.
Term for the physical parts of the computer.
Excellent choice. Hardware is the right answer.
Choose the ascending order of memory units.
Nice selection. Ibijabit umbi kubit bitis nibble bit is the correct and valid answer. Below are the communication models except.
Well picked. Network connection is the correct answer.
There are dash types of computer systems.
Well reasoned. SEN is the correct choice.
Which of these is not a network topology?
You're right. Gold topology is the correct answer. Which mode of computer systems is safer? Right again. User mode is a valid answer. Who is known as the father of computers?
Sharp thinking. Charles Babbage is the right choice.
What is an example of system software?
Clear logic. Your choice operating system is sound and 100% true.
dash is also called the main memory?
Well done. RAM is the right choice. Which is the fastest memory device?
On track. Register is the correct answer. This type of computer can be worn. Excellent. Wearable is a brilliant choice. CD and DVD is an example of dash.
Right choice. Optical storage is the best answer.
Is what generation of computer? Exactly. Second makes sense and it is right choice. Fifth generation computer used. Excellent choice. Artificial intelligence is the right answer. The brain of the computer dash. Nicely done. Central processing unit is a solid answer.
Dropbox is an example of dash.
You got it. Your choice cloud storage is right. Computers are programmed using Smart Move. Machine language is an accurate answer. What is the full form of IPO?
Great thinking. Input, process, output is the right choice.
Microprocessors were used in correct. Fourth generation computer is the right answer. To enter, example, a website. Smart Pick. Access is the correct choice.
ROM is a dash memory.
Good job. Your answer non-favorable works well here.
PIDA stands for.
You chose Personal Digital Assistant. And it is correct. DDoS stands for perfect. Distributed denial of service is the correct choice. 2 MB equal to dash KB. Nice work. You chose 2048 and it is correct. Scanner is dash.
Correct response. Input device is the most accurate answer.
Not heavy. Great job. Light is the accurate answer. RAM is. Good thinking. Volatile is the right answer. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format? Strong choice. Contact Narayan Chengder on Facebook is the right answer.